Alright, hello there, and welcome to another Starfield video. So, today I'm going to be re-looking at a mod that I reviewed, probably, oh god, when it first came out, I think probably like a few months ago. No, when did this come out? Let me just double check. This is Wynters Roll Your Own Start, by the way. So this came out on the 19th of the 10th, 2014. So, came out October last year. I believe. Yeah. So when I initially reviewed this mod, it's 600 credits, by the way. When I initially reviewed this mod, I reviewed it on PC, which I've changed my format now to review on Xbox. And I had quite a few issues with it, and I basically kind of slated the whole mod to be kind of a bit of a crapshoot, to be completely honest with you. Now, if you're familiar with my videos, I have been very critical of Winterhawk's mods, specifically his Icarus device. While cool in theory, it had issues where it caused my Xbox to basically freeze and crash. The Digipick overhaul, again, I did a review of it. It was a very, again, in the video I was very negative of it because it was essentially just running a script that like basically allowed you to open anything. Not to mention the quest itself was really like it's a small quest to get it, and at the time of recording, the body that you basically looted off will despawn if you're not quick enough, which I thought was a bit, yeah. Now, when I did review this, when it first came out, so it's a roll your own start. There's four options. There's pedestrian, quick start, roll your own start, and roll your start extended. When I tested this, two of the four didn't work because it was an infinite loading screen, which is not good. And then there was issue with the kind of the ships. So we're going to come back in now, and I'm going to do another look at it because, like, the thing is regardless of what my personal opinion on people, I always like to kind of give people another opportunity, like, maybe the mod authors fixed it and stuff like that. So yeah, so we're gonna go check that out. Now, it is a roll your own start, 600 credits. I'll have a link to it in the description. So one thing I know that the mod author did mention in the post release was, which one of the issues I had, when you choose the pedestrian start, your ship doesn't appear, and you have to kind of pay off to buy it. So there's actually, like, you have to earn credits basically, and then you can buy it in the menu. But yeah, I guess that's pretty much it. So let's go check it out. You need to do a kind of a new start with this, so we're going to be doing new game. So I am going to click new game. I'm gonna this is all going to be like live, just because I want to, unless there's an extremely long loading screen, because I want to be able to showcase everything in its entirety. Just for fairness. Now I'm on Xbox, which means that the loading screens on Xbox, now this is the only mod, the loading screens will be a little bit more than, say, if you're on a PC, but it's not a huge one. Generally speaking, with only this mod enabled, I shouldn't have any extremely long loading screens. You will have the initial loading screen when you're first loading, because the game will be like, oh, you're loading a mod. Like, yes, I'm loading a mod. What do you mean? Yeah, so we're just gonna, wait. I'm gonna pause. Oh no, there we go. We're straight in. Nice. All right. So we've got pedestrian, quick start, custom start, and custom start extended. The first one we're gonna do is we're gonna click pedestrian start. We can choose to customize the character or skip. We're gonna choose to customize. We're gonna go generic. Background, we will do, I'm a chef. And then finish. And my name is going to be character, must rename. Name character. We're gonna be Shrek. Alright, perfect. Now we're loading. I don't remember. It's been a while since I reviewed this, so I don't remember. That seems new. Like I was saying though, like, loading screen, The loading screen, it obviously depends on what you're doing specifically. All right, so we've loaded in. Nice. So shake your head, swearing in frustration as you pace the tarmac of Aquila's spaceport. You came here looking for work, maybe unloading cargo, doing cleanup, but there was no work. Just more disappointment. It was hard to believe that only 2 short months ago you'd owned part of a thriving family business. Now you're broke. Business gone, bankrupted after your uncle emptied the company's account and vanished. Word had gotten out quickly. Galbank dispatched their vultures to pick over the company's corpse. When they were finished, all that remained was an aging frontier. The ship escaped their clutches only because it was locked away behind a mechanic's lien. Now you need the credits to pay off the lien and start fresh. Problem is you have no idea how to get them. Alright, so we spawn in, and we have a blue labor jumpsuit, a digipick, a reforged combat knife, ship fees, and SSNN newsreader. Oh. Okay, that's kind of cool. That's interesting. Now, ship fees. This document is to inform the owner of records that a mechanic's lien in the amount of 11,760 credits has been placed against the starship designated Frontier. Debt is owed for unpaid repairs of the ship's gravity performed by Sutton Service of Aquila under the lien of satisfaction. Under the lien, until the lien is satisfied. I don't know what a lien is, to be honest. I'm not familiar with that word, but yeah. Ship will remain under guard in Sutton's impound lot. If, after a period of 90 days, the lien is not satisfied, the ship will be sold to the public auction. If the owner desires to recover the ship, he must pay 11,760 credits to the holder of the lien at any point. Upon satisfaction of the lien, the ship will be shuttled by its AI to the point. Next. Okay. Alright, so I don't know if I have the money. So, we're at Aquila City. Okay, so the quest stuff is going off. I don't have any credits, I believe. I have 200 credits to my name. Okay. Okay, so... Alright, so what I'm going to do... I'm just trying to think off the top of my head. What I'm going to do is I'm going to swap over to PC very quickly, give myself the money, and then kind of get the ship to spawn. Obviously, you can come in here and you're going to get the quest and stuff. You going to talk to me?
Hold it.
Yeah, he's just going to tell me about stuff. Okay, that's cool.
You didn't hear this from me?
Alright, so yeah, so straight off the bat, you got a job to do. So we'll be back. I'm going to load this on PC, give myself the money. Alright, so we're back on Xbox now. I've given myself credits. We've got 100,000 credits. Click the ship fees, pay off the Frontier, and the ship should come to me.
I can't eat anything besides red heart.
Ooh.
Everything else tastes a little funny going down.
Here it comes. Yeah, so if I remember correctly, when I first reviewed this version of the Choose Your Own Start, there was no way to get to the Frontier, and I don't know if that... Honestly, don't remember if that note was there. It might have been. I'm going to give the benefit of the doubt and say it was there. There was no pop-up saying you needed to get it from so-and-so. Now we got the ship. I will say, I said this before with it, it would have been cooler if it was, instead of it being the Frontier, it was a different ship. Because the Frontier is obviously tied to, you know, the, Constellation. Alright, so now we're going to reload, we're going to do a new save, and we're going to check out the other option. We'll be right back. Alright, so we're going to try Quick Start. If I remember correctly, Quick Start puts you in Jameson. We're going to click it, and we'll skip character customization, just see what happens. Yeah, if I remember correctly, you should spawn above Jameson, which... I remember this being a really long loading screen, even on PC, because I did this testing on PC, and it was basically an infinite loading screen. It wouldn't actually load. Now we're gonna wait a little bit. Obviously, the first time you load any game is going to be a bit longer than usual. So we shall check that to see. Just casually loading. I'll pause here and we'll come back. All right, so game just loaded here. We loaded in and immediately we're in the frontier. So we've got some 27 caliber digipick, navigator power pack, navigator helmet, navigator spacesuit, rattler, security flight suit, and an SSN newsreader. Cache cipher stolen ships and goods. One range reported wounded. All right. This one seems good. We do have a quest to find work at Argos Mining on Vectera. So let's head there. Just see what happens. Vectera is Narian? No, it's not Narian. Hold on, why is that not? Find work. Find work at Argos Mining on Vectera. Why is it? Won't show it on the map. That's interesting. I want to say it's Narian. Right, we're gonna jump to Narian real quick and we'll be back. Alright, so here we are in Vectera. I definitely didn't have my suit off. Look for work.
Hello. Excuse me.
Yes.
Right, so find work at Argos Mining.
Pardon?
I'm not. Oh, what the fuck? Okay, that's a bit of a bug. Apparently the frontier is not landing. How do I get in it? Alright, I'm really quickly gonna take off and come back down. Yeah, no, let me just go to orbit above Vectera. We'll be back. Alright, so we've landed back down. What the fuck? So I have no idea why it's doing that. What the hell? Alright, so it's nice to know the mod author still didn't test some things. That's an issue. Now, in theory, that you can still... Do I have a boost pack? Oh, I don't have my skill points. So now, the thing is you can definitely access... You can just fly away. I don't know why it's doing that. My assumption would be that when we came here, we had already found the location. Is that even... Is the whole thing see-through? Yeah, the whole thing is not even there, which is really weird. That's a weird one. I don't know. Like, the mod author should have tested that. Maybe it's like a limitation because, like, you're supposed to be here to watch it come down. All right, so let's see how we're supposed to find work. We're looking for Lynn, I'm assuming. I'm guessing they're gonna be inside.
Yes, what?
Okay. Hello.
That's really strange. I can't just get over that. Hello?
Hey.
I am looking for Lynn.
Yes.
What is that? Oh, I clicked to switch.
Okay, let's see what we've got. How are we on time?
Okay,
A little longer.
so you come down here
Always.
and you get the quest to pop up. Now what happens if I try it? Okay. This is the tutorial.
But not you. Check on Isabel. Make sure she eases up on the breach. I don't feel like getting buried alive today.
Roger that.
Remember, Dusty, keep your breathing steady and never take that helmet off down here. Oxygen processors don't extend this far.
Yeah, because God forbid we drill on a rock with breathable air.
All right, so I'm gonna pause here and I'm just gonna do this real quick and then we'll come back and see if anything new changes. All right, so I completed it normally and it's just the normal tutorial. Now I'm wondering on a helmet. Helmet real quick. We're just gonna wait for Barrett to kind of come in and stuff, which I'm assuming that'll happen. So this is obviously meant as a kind of as a way for the character for you to do the tutorial. I'm assuming the reason the vehicle was like bugged out the wazoo or the ship was because it's not supposed to spawn early. It is a weird one. I don't know, like, here's the thing. So far, everything seems to be working fine aside from that issue, but that is kind of a weird issue. Like, I'm going to be completely honest with you. I'm really surprised the mod author didn't check that because that, you know, that's kind of a substantial issue. Immersion-wise, like, it's not game-breaking, you know, it's just immersively kind of. So yeah, Barrett's going to come down now and he's going to talk and it's like the game never took, or, you know, the game took place like normal. So that's not too bad. We're going to wait for Barrett to come out just to make sure it is Barrett. And then we will do the next one. Alright, that's Barrett. Alright, we're going to check the next one. We'll be back. Alright, we're back in. We're going to click Custom Start. So you can skip the backstory. Arms Dealer, Commerce perk, Disgruntled Spacer, Theft perk, Fortune Explorer, Piloting perk, Opportunistic Stowaway, Stealth perk, or Ranger's Remembrance. So this, I'm assuming, means this is the perk you're going to start off with. So I'm going to choose Fortune Explorer. And then we can customize our character or skip. We will skip. That's going to load us in. So if I remember correctly, one of the other issues that I had with this that I didn't know at the time, and afterwards the mod author seemed to have like kind of alluded to it, right? So yeah, so you spawn here in this location, and this is basically, okay, so you can't believe your luck. You were scanning for resources and stumbled on an unmapped outpost. After landing your travel-worn frontier, you approach the habitation pods with trepidation. As you advance, it becomes clear there's no reception committee. The place is deserted. The site later with a haphazard collection of crates and containers. Level of this organization reeks of space as you pause to consider your situation, weighing your lack of credits and supplies against the danger of stealing from cutthroats. It's a perilous gambit, but your old frontier's on its last legs. So yeah, so basically this is kind of the choose your own start. So we got a digipick and we got a security flight suit. We also have one perk, which is piloting. That's the only perk we have at level 1. All right. So yeah, so you come in here and the mod author at the time didn't explain it. Now hopefully they'll explain it now. So you come in here and there's going to be some objects in here that you can essentially kind of choose for your loadout. Now it never told me that, so we gotta lock it. Hack was successful, security bypass, right? So we're in here. We have our like first room, which there's some generic-y stuff. So you can change your appearance by going there, and then you come in here, and then this is where like it kind of, I believe this, yeah. So we have all these different spacesuits. So I'm assuming picking up one of them will give us the outfit. So for instance, what if I do this? So this gives me full shock trooper, which is very cool. Now, here's the thing, right? Most people will probably understand how this thing works, you know, like, or most people will probably see the helmets and click on them. When I did this review initially, I did not click on them because I didn't as somebody who plays Starfield, when I see a helmet, I think, oh, cool, there's a helmet there, but I don't associate it with it that it's going to, like, fully gear me out. So we can do UC armored. Does it actually, do I keep all of the stuff? No, I don't. Okay, so yeah, so you can swap between, which I will say, that's very cool. And I feel like the mod author should have been something like when you come in here, like there should have been like a little prompt like, oh, a load of spacesuits are like scattered here. Maybe you could choose one and rock it. UC Vanguard, Anti-Xeno, Explorer, Ecliptic, Mark 1, Deep Recon, Varun, Ranger. So this is like, look, this is cool. All right, and then I think if we go over here, there's bunk beds. I think if we go over here, we can also choose our weapons. So we've got a couple of weapons here. We've got shotgun, we've got a Grendel. So these are like the loadouts you can go with. So we've got some shotguns. I'm going to choose a shotgun. And some shotgun shells as my primary weapon. And then you're kind of limited on... We'll choose Grendel. Okay. You can obviously take everything. Much in the sense of like of there being like, say for instance, all these different suits. It would have been cool if there was like a weapon, like imagine there was like a Crimson Fleet weapon, a Freestar Collective style weapon, a UC weapon, and you click it and it would give you a loadout. Like imagine you would get like a Crimson Fleet loadout of like a Kraken and the assault rifle. Freestar Collective would have been, you know, Freestar stuff. I'm just checking, is there anything else? There is food here. Don't know if there's anything else clickable. Is there anything else in here? I don't think so. Okay. Sleep for an hour. Does anything? Sleeping didn't do anything. Alright, and all of these are inaccessible. Cool. All right, and then once you've kind of done this, oh, it puts the other stuff here. Oh, that's quite cool. So it puts the stuff here when you've already like looted it, which I think is very cool. Oh, can I only grab 2 weapons? Oh, you can only grab 1 weapon. Interesting. Okay, so what? If I grab the Eon, I lose the other one? Okay, so you can grab 1 weapon. Kind of would have... I think it would be a lot cooler if you could have a side armor primary and a melee weapon, in my opinion. That's just me. I don't know. Like, clearly the mod author has done some coolish scripting here. Again, I do think the mod author needs to kind of, you know, specify, like, oh, go over here and click that, because some people, like myself, missed that the first time around. We've got a safe. Insta credit access card. What is that? Insta credit access card? What is that when it's at home? Insta credit access card. All right, and I have no idea what that is. It's clearly... There's the newsreader. Okay. Oh, when you click the newsreader, it actually tells you about finding work. So, I don't know what that is. Instacredit access card. And it just says secure access card. I have no idea what that's for. So once you're done, I believe you just jump back in your ship and you're kind of good to go. I just want to double check. There's nothing like here I'm missing. Is there anything in this final room? Probably not. No, there's nothing in the final room. Alright, so then we head to our ship. And if I believe it correctly, it should... Oh, there's crate here. Oh, we got some secure storage. Cydonia utility key access. Okay, that's... I'm going to be honest, it's a bit weird that that's in a chest. Why is that in a chest? We've got some zero wire. We got some like some kind of basic loot here, which, you know, it's perfectly fine. Just some generic stuff. You appear to be leaving the starting area without... Oh, okay. You appear to be leaving the starting area without having done at least one of the following. Picked up the breeder or used the medical pod. Acquiring the newsreader gives you new activity that will initiate the main game. Customize your character, so you spend doing it later. Okay, that's quite cool. Alright, and it just gave me some credits. What, do I still have that credit thing? I don't know what the fuck that's for. Alright, so now if we... I think we board our ship. And if I remember correctly, it should just allow us a place to... take off? Maybe we just take off. Do we just take off, and is that it? Yeah, that might be it. So, like I will say, clearly the mod author like put some effort into this. Like when I first checked it out, like I said, there was a lot of issues with it, and it needed to be kind of tuned. Clearly the mod author has done that. Is it gonna pop up? I can't remember if this one will pop up. Oh Jesus.
What have we here?
Okay, and then let's do some combat very quickly, just to see. Oh damn, that asteroid is huge and causing problems. I could have just shot it, yeah, that's fair. We'll see. A hyena straight off the bat, I got very poor luck. Alright, so I killed everyone. Now we're going, just gonna double check that I can fast travel somewhere. Where are we? We're in Alpha. What the fuck is, where's Alpha Tierney? Oh. Oh. Okay, we can get to Volai. Okay, I was gonna say that would have been problematic. So once we jump to Neon, I think we're clear with this save, and we'll check the last one. See, this is the thing. This is why I wanted to go back and kind of review it, because in the last video I did on Wynters mods was the Icarus device, and in it I was very irate because one, it bugged the hell out of my game, and two, he was trying to, or they were trying. Okay, yeah, we'll back out. So they were trying to basically make a paid mod out of two specific kind of like ideas that have already been kind of done, in that it was your ship, you can call your ship to land and sort of stuff, and having like a kind of a being able to use your jetpack as a kind of hover and sort of in kind of 0G. Now there is two mods. There's a couple of mods that do the ship landing, and I cover this in the video basically. But yeah, but I did want to come back and kind of like, you know, relook at a lot of these stuff, because like I said, I don't like doing negative videos. I do them out of a necessity because I want to see this game strive, but I also like to come back. Anytime I do cover anything and it is overly negative, if a mod author does put out content or if they update, I like to come back. And it's clear that, you know, there's been some improvements to this. Obviously, there's the one glaring issue with when you land the ship at Vectera, it floats. I don't know. I'm assuming it's tied to how the questing animation. Obviously, you know, I'm assuming. So if we click help, what does it say? Help will tell you custom start with the added option of picking your starting location. Okay. All right, so we'll do custom start extended. Custom start allows you to pick your starting location. The function is convenient, but you must be aware that ill-chosen destination can circumvent the game intended flow. Encounter areas that are part of quests you haven't started, you can stumble upon spoilers. You can instantly get killed by dropping. Now, see, here's the thing with this, right? I kind of understand what the mod author is doing, because with this whole kind of, you know, begin again, or these kind of, or these like alternate starts. So showing the destination menu, instead of kind of having this thing where you can circumvent the game's intended flow, which any of these alternate starts will circumvent the game's flow. But when it comes to spoilers, the simplest solution would be to just not have those locations. We're going to show the destination menu. You could skip the backstory. We'll do Range of Remembrance, and we'll skip the card customization. So yeah, because if I remember correctly, there's probably like 20 or 30 locations, and the simplest way to kind of prevent that is to just make it so that. So now it's going to give me the same. It's going to be the same as before, by the way. I'm going to go in and go back out, actually. Oh, your mother. Okay, so this is unique. All right, yeah, so we're going to go down here. We're going to open it. And then we're going to walk through, then we're going to come back out. Just because I want to see if it pops up. Oh, there was another crate there. Okay. Okay. And I go straight in and straight back out. It would be cool if if the pop-up does let you know that you haven't, like, customized anything. Back out. Is it gonna tell me? Yes, okay, it doesn't change. It should tell you, it should pick up more things, like for instance, it should tell you to go into the, because the reader and the medical pod is kind of minor, because, you know, I think it definitely should have told you about the weapon stash and stuff. Alright, let's check that. Obviously, if I spawn somewhere and die, I didn't pick up a pack. That's my own fault. I think I have to go to orbit first. All right, so it just loaded here now. I apologize. I looked away. I was expecting load screen. So you can choose Aquila City, Argos Extractors, Battle of Nera, Cassiopeia, TM Station, RC1, Crimson Fleet Outpost, Crucible, Sidonia next, Gargarin, Hopetown, Kazul, Sulphur Mine, Crete, Lair of the Mantis, Londinium, Macros Starship, Marcos Starship Landing, Mars Mech Factory, Montara Luna Station, Neon, Botany Lab, New Atlantis, New Homestead, Orbit, Paradiso, Red Mile. Alright, so like the simplest solution would be to remove the ones like the Argos Extractors, maybe remove that one. The Lair of the Mantis, remove that one, you know. The Research Outpost UC03. I'm going to click that one. It'll load me. Like, it could have just removed them, to be completely honest with you. And not have that kind of worry, because there's so many options in the game. But where am I? Oh, yeah. I wasn't aware of. I remember now what this one is. Like, the simplest solution is just to remove them. Is this location? Where am I? Don't even know where I am. Hello? Oh, shit. I'm in Altair. Is this? Oh, this is the troopers, I think. Yeah, so like the simplest solution would literally be just don't include locations that are tied to like kind of big quests. But that's pretty much it. Like, the mod for the most part works perfectly fine, and it's, you know, like, it's pretty good if you are looking for an alternate start mod. The only thing I will say is, like I was saying, I think the mod author should better facilitate the pop-up saying that that you know you can hit up the weapons, like when you walk up to the, you know, when you walk up to the medical pod, it pops up and tells you about it. So when you walk up to the thing of helmets, it should pop up and say it looks like the spacers had a full collection of spacesuits. You can only carry one on you. Select a helmet to equip the suit. You know, same with the weapons. I think the weapons are a bit limited for like an alternate start. The fact that they're all Greddles, which is kind of like, again, I think it'd be kind of cool because the mod author clearly knows the scripting with it is to just give us like loadouts, like a UC loadout with a UC melee weapon, a UC, you know, pistol, and a UC primary weapon, a Crimson Fleet weapon, a Freestar weapon, and then maybe like an Old Earth loadout weapon, sort of stuff like that. And then, yeah, just remove the locations that are tied to quests specifically. I don't know why you would add them anyway, because, like, I can understand, like, look, you don't want to have, like, you don't want to land at, let's say, the cloning facility or this location or, you know, anything that is tied to a quest. Just random locations. There's random POIs around, you know, that can work in place of it. Yeah, that's pretty much it, guys. I'm glad I came back because, like I said, there's been some nice improvements on this mod. And I can honestly fix the frontier thing, and yeah, I recommend it for anybody that's looking for, basically looking for a kind of alternate star mod. Pricing, still a bit pricey. 600 credits is a bit, in my opinion, a bit too high. There's nothing we can do about that now because I don't believe the mod authors can change the price. I think in its current package, I think the most you're expecting is 200, like realistically. Does some cool stuff, but at the same time, if you have access to a PC, you could easily just load in, spawn your gear, and spawn yourself a spaceship, and then just go from there. Obviously, this is achievement friendly, which means that it's, you know, it's good, stuff like that. But yeah, that's pretty much it, guys. As always, thanks for watching. And I'll catch you in the next one. Bye-bye. Hello there. All right, yep. I'm dead. Bye.